Hello, I'm the Reverend Jeff Giles, the pastor of the Mount Carmel United Methodist Church here in Frederick, Maryland. And I wanted to invite you to come and join us for our special activities and worship services for Holy Week. They'll actually begin the day before Palm Sunday on what we're calling Palm Saturday. We'll begin with a showing of the movie Jesus Christ Superstar. We'll start at 6:30 p.m. on Saturday. You're invited to come, and I encourage you to bring a comfortable chair to sit in, probably a good lawn chair that is easy to transport, because the church chairs are good for a worship service of about an hour, but not so good for a movie that lasts a little bit longer. Also, bring a snack to share. I think I'll be bringing some popcorn, and we'll have a time maybe even to sing along to some of our favorite songs of that movie. But come and join us if you can Saturday night to get a jump start on Holy Week and the story of Jesus. And then on Sunday morning at all three services, we'll be waving palm branches and singing and celebrating as Jesus entered into Jerusalem on that day. It will be an opportunity for the children during the 9:30 and 11 o'clock hours to go and have an Easter egg hunt and hear some of the Easter story with the Sunday school teachers. So families are invited to come, and then children to go and enjoy that event while the adults and youth stay with us in the worship service. On Monday, Thursday, something special is going to happen this year. We'll gather for a simple soup Seder supper, an opportunity for us to have some soup together. We've got both matzo ball soup and also a vegetable soup as options for us. And we'll gather with some matzah bread and some grape juice to remember the story of the Last Supper and to share the elements as a part of a communion of that service. But we'll also remember the story of what the Last Supper was about and what the Seder meal is about for Jews during Passover, the story of freedom from oppression in Egypt for those who left with Moses and wandered in the wilderness for 40 years and ate matzah and ate the manna that they experienced there in the wilderness. How might we remember those who are hungry, those who are poor, those who are struggling perhaps in the economy of today? We'll be taking a special offering to support the Society of St. Andrew, the people who we've used their devotional during our Lenten season. But they feed people who are hungry, and perhaps an opportunity for us to feel a bit of that hunger as we really have a simple meal of just some soup and some matzah bread. And then we will have an opportunity for those who would like to either wash one another's feet or have their feet washed, remembering how Jesus did that for the disciples in the Gospel of John's telling of the story. And then on Good Friday, we'll be going over to the New Market United Methodist Church, and there with them and their pastor, their lay leaders, will have an opportunity with both choirs singing to kind of remember that story of Jesus' death upon the cross on Good Friday. Then on Easter Sunday, we'll begin before the sun rises. We will gather at Fairview Chapel, and in the midst of that preparation for the celebration of the risen Christ in the empty tomb, we will gather and sing and worship outdoors. Dress warmly this year. It will be chilly. But after that service, we'll have opportunities back at the church for all three services, the 8:15, 9:30, and 11 o'clock services. We'll retell that story of Easter and the celebration of Jesus arising from the dead and being alive and sharing with us abundant life, eternal life. This year, I encourage you to come and participate as you are able during Holy Week and to have a blessed Holy Week. Join us as you are able, and I look forward to seeing you then.